Welcome to Cinephellas News Movie Review. Tonight we're talking about David Ayer's brand new film, The Tax Collector. I'm Logan Myerz.
And I'm Henry Hill, and we're here to tell you all about financial planning thanks to Charles Schwab.
Marty. So the movie is actually about the IRS. No. So yeah, first off, I want to say that, we're huge fans of David Ayer. I love his films, writing, directing. Really makes raw and in-your-face films. End of Watch is probably my favorite of his. Suicide Squad, Fury, bunch of movies.
I'd have to say that's my favorite too. Yeah, definitely. And then he did Fury with Shia Labeouf, so this is like a reunion between those two. Having worked together on that film.
I forgot about him.
He directed Fury, and Shia LaBeouf was one of the soldiers. And of course, David Ayer came onto the scene with Training Day. I think he wrote Training Day. I think Antoine Fuqua directed it, but he wrote that. So he's known for his like gritty South Central LA, California, like underground gang culture and all that. Like very, he has his own style, and you see a lot of those influences throughout all his movies. And this one was a lot in that same vein, that same seedy criminal underworld there in South Central LA with all the the Latino gangs, and then all that sort of life of crime and drugs. And so it was a look back into that world. And this time he brings in Shia LaBeouf, who kind of I don't know if he's supposed to be a different ethnicity or if he just kind of acts like that. Like
he's just got that tough gangster like accent.
Yeah, he sort of sounds like one of the Mexican, Mexican crime lords from the film. He has that same sort of accent.
Yeah.
Him and Bobby Soto are like enforcers for a crime lord, and they go around to these gangs around the area, and they have to get their cut. The crime lord has to take their cut from all the different gang members. So they're in charge of going to collect.
Yep, that's pretty much the tax collectors, and then their boss is Wizard, right? Something like that.
Wizard was his name.
And Wizard's like old rival comes in from Mexico and ruffles some feathers and basically says, "Fuck you, you're not getting your cuts anymore from the gangs," and which brings in a lot of violence, as you can imagine, in a gang movie like this. And there's a lot of brutality and gruesome scenes of people being tortured, beaten, killed. It really has a really bad vibe to it. It makes you feel uneasy, with gangs and, fighting over things and getting whacked and, having to do with drugs and guns and things like that.
It's just that whole gang culture there, they're just used to that. It's like every day for them. I don't even know if they're stressed out about it. It's just like their way of life, like how they live. But like looking at it from our perspective, we're like, fuck that. Who would want to live with the constant fear of getting murdered and you always got to commit crimes. You're always this far from prison and somebody's always in danger. It just seems like more of a crazy thing to us, but it's their way of life. This is what
it's all they know. Yeah, exactly. That's all they know. They grew up in that, so they don't know like living a quiet suburban lifestyle. All they know
they'd go crazy if they had our lives.
Yeah,
like they would go crazy if we had that life.
Exactly. I'm like, I'd be afraid, every fucking day of the week. I'm like, am I going to survive? Am I going to live another 24?
Oh, Uncle Logan was going there. Rap Dads. He dropped on Napster, boys. Check it out if you haven't already.
Lit in the Hills and Highland Life. Tennessee Henry. But pretty much, that's all they know, when they're living in these environments, and they really capture that atmosphere. It's a life I wouldn't want to live, and would feel bad for people that live that lifestyle of constant fear of not knowing if you're going to live. And, with all the gangs and fighting over turf and, with drugs and having to do with cartels and like guns and violence and shit. It's not a good life. And,
when you say drugs, are you talking about marijuana?
Not marijuana, probably like heroin and cocaine and meth and all that other shit.
The
heavy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about medicine. I'm talking about drugs.
The more you know.
Pretty neat, huh? Okay, now cue the music and that star thing.
Yeah, you were mentioning the shootout scenes and all that. I remember one specific scene. Remember when it was kind of sort of like slow motion Matrix-y kind of, they come in and it's slow motion and they have big automatic weapons and the bullets fly through the bodies and slow motion blood splatter coming out and everything. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was pretty badass. The actual camera work in this movie is pretty well done. I mean, everything looks good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, everything for the most part looks good. Although to me, it felt like a step down from End of Watch, from Harsh Times, from Training Day. You know, you can tell
Yeah.
they didn't get as much money for
No,
this
definitely not.
film. It's definitely feels like a sort of more like a B movie if
It
you were to
does.
compare it to like those others. It just didn't feel fully um, like like one of those epic movies that he's made before. It
It's
felt a
not
little different.
Fury. It's not like a blockbuster, not like a
Yeah,
major studio like Suicide Squad. It's definitely
right.
lower budget.
Lower
The
budget. Yeah,
production quality it is not there. You know what I mean? You can tell. Some of the
right.
editing too is a little questionable at times. But you can definitely tell the overall feel of the movie is not as higher quality as the other films he's done.
Right. What did you think about the script and everything?
So honestly, I mean, the story's okay, but I felt like I've seen the story so many times before in other films. Nothing was really original about it. And when it comes to David, that's played by Bobby Soto, I don't think he brought enough to really carry this movie. He's more the focal point. He's the
Right.
main actor. He was good in some scenes, and he's believable. Uh, when this gang and people start coming after his family. Like
Yeah.
you feel for him, like he has all the emotions there, but I don't think he brought enough to be like the main character in the movie, the main focal point. You
Right.
know what I mean? He didn't bring enough. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, energy to it, I guess.
Yeah. I agree. I didn't really know that Bobby Soto was going to be the main star. I thought it was going to be Shia LaBeouf. So it was just
I
kind of
think they
weird to, yeah.
did that on purpose.
Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, just speaking of Bobby Soto, yeah, I mean, he did a good job, but he's definitely not like a major star yet or not. He's still up and coming. So,
Yeah,
but I mean, it was impressive for somebody given their first movie,
yeah.
starring role. But I mean, yeah, of course, he'll get better as he goes on. But
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
definitely not hating on him. I just don't think, I don't know, maybe it was some of the writing of the character
yeah,
that just didn't come through
yeah,
to
it was a
really
little
carry the
flat.
movie. It was a little flat, exactly. It wasn't
Yeah,
enough to really carry the movie. And Shia only been in 20 minutes of the movie probably. Like all the parts in the
that's what it
trailer,
felt like. Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
not in
Yeah,
it.
like
Oh,
I want to
not-
tell myself that he was in it more, but yeah, it really didn't. We got little 5-10 minute blocks with him, and yeah, it didn't last too
then
much.
he's gone for like 15 minutes. He'll come back, and then towards the end, you're
Yeah,
like, you don't see him anymore
yeah,
after what happens to his character. So, and
right.
I think it was them, the marketing. They're like trying to get people to watch this. They put him on the poster. He's a big actor, that we've seen in, lots of movies over the years, and people are going to watch this, but he's not really in it. It's more Bobby Soto's movie.
And then after all the things that we heard leading up to this film with him, like a method actor, he really sunk himself into the role. He went so far as to even get chest tattoos, the big ones that you see from the promo photos. Yeah, just like you, sport.
I did the same thing for this for this review tonight. I
Yeah,
got
you went all
Audrey
in.
Hepburn because we're going to be talking about Breakfast at Tiffany's after this.
Yeah, it still looks a little fresh. You might
I'm a
want to
method
gauze that up.
actor. Method actor.
Method actor.
It's real.
So yeah, I guess he actually got a tattoo underneath his belly button that says "Creeper," and then so, that whole chest piece that you saw. So that's pretty wild, considering that he's not in it a lot. I mean, there wasn't enough here for me to be like, "Damn, that was badass." I mean, a couple parts I remember him saying he had some cool little one-liners talking about the weapons he had going into to collect and stuff like that, but nothing like that I was like blown away with or anything.
Yeah, he wasn't like Sam Witwicky in Transformers, not like that top notch of a performance. No, no, no.
Or Mutt Williams from
Yeah,
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
yeah.
He's been solid though, man. He's going to be one of the greats before it's all said and done. Is my prediction. He gets better as he goes on. I've gained respect for him. I used to not really
Absolutely.
give a shit, but yeah,
I've
some of
always
the films he's been in.
I've always been a fan of his, even though when he was a big fuck up there for a long time, he got arrested in Chicago for being all drunk and
The
everything.
Walgreens.
But yeah, he's definitely come back. He's a really good actor. I'm always supporting him, and I was excited for this movie because I like him as an actor a lot, and it would be cool to see him playing this character. But unfortunately, he's not in the movie that long to really
not
say anything about it. Given enough, right?
Right. Yeah, the main focus of the film's on David and not of Creeper. But yeah, Creeper, Shia LaBeouf plays Creeper. Sort of has an accent, like we were saying.
I think
Dave
yeah,
Otto.
I liked it. I think he pulled it off pretty good. Like he pulled off
it didn't feel
that
like
role.
it was forced or anything. But yeah,
No.
he definitely played the accent.
I felt
so
like he was more natural in that role compared to Bobby Soto. Like he felt more relaxed and was on.
He was
Soto,
confident. Confident. You could. Yeah, you believed it for sure. Bobby Soto, like we said, it was a little stale. Like he was there, but you could tell he's an up and coming actor. That's all,
That's
he's
okay.
Got more experience to go. But like we said, given his first film, that's pretty impressive. And
pretty
plus,
impressive.
you have to be alongside Shia LaBeouf. So
working with David Ayer too. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, working for David Ayer, exactly.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing his future projects. Maybe he'll get in bigger movies, TV shows. I'll be
watch
on the lookout
Narcos too.
Narcos.
That's the problem. I don't remember which character he was exactly in Narcos, and there's been like 4 or 5 seasons now of Narcos. I can't remember, but I think he's in Narcos Mexico, which there's only like 2 seasons of. So yeah, but those are really good. Like I've been recommending those to you. If you ever get a chance and you need something to binge, any of the Narcos are good.
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
The first 2 seasons of regular Narcos, and then Mexico. Both the seasons are really good. Even though you need subtitles for a lot of it, because they speak Spanish.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about it. I want to watch it. But this is the first time I've seen Bobby Soto in anything. So looking forward to the future. Obviously more movies with Shia LaBeouf too. And kind of a overall stinker for David Ayer. Definitely not his best.
But not his memorable ones, that's for sure.
Definitely not a memorable movie. I don't think it's a movie I'll watch again. I've seen it once. I'm good.
No, maybe just to see Shia's parts again, just to, sort of get some more. Maybe I missed something, but other than that, I don't really. As far as the film went, it's kind of seen it before. It's kind of
it was nothing really original about it. We've seen these kind of stories before, and David Ayer likes shooting his movies in LA and capturing all the the gangs and things like that. Just nothing original about it. I like Shia's little part in the movie, and I liked his character. I thought him and David were really good together. They had good chemistry in the film, but overall, just wasn't blown away by the movie.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. So, how many hair pieces would you think you'd give it?
So I'll give David Ayer's Tax Collector a 3 out of 5. Shia LaBeouf hair pieces, a C. I'll give it 3 out of 5.
Let's see. Let me think.
What about you?
I'm leaning. I think Henry Hill here is going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. H&R Block hair pieces. Collect your taxes and get them in this November. 2.5. Just it was about 50% for me. Not great, not terrible.
We were expecting a lot more. I felt we were both really excited for it, and we were watching it, and we're like really bored, like not
really
let
into down. I was hoping to be more on the edge of my seat about it, but that's all right. It wasn't a total waste of time.
Definitely. And it comes out on streaming and theaters, which is probably not hitting theaters, digital and video on demand on August 7th, which is Friday. So if you guys are interested in checking it out and seeing a little bit of Shia LaBeouf with some tattoos in it, check it out. It's worth one watch.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of other things that you'd be worse off for watching, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of worse movies out there. And
I'll be interviewing Bobby Soto this week, so hopefully that'll be completed and we'll be able to post that around the time that we post this. It's supposed to be on Monday, so
your interview's on
Monday night. Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll have to look forward to your full interview for that. There'll be like a Cinephellas podcast episode being released around next Friday, August 7th. So we'll get that up with this movie review and lots of good content ahead. More podcasts, video reviews, video game reviews, and much, much more.
There's always a lot of things going on with these wild boys.
Woohoo! They're wilder than a jar of molasses. All right. Well, that was a good time tonight, you wild rascals. This is Logan Myerz and
Henry Hill
signing out from Cinephellas Studios until the next movie review. Cheers!